Hi y'all, I am fixing to make some sweet potato biscuits. And I got some things all pre-measured out. I've got my 2.5 cups of self-rising flour, 2 tablespoons of sugar, and I've sifted it in here because it makes it, I like sifting it. You don't really have to, but I do because it makes it a little lighter, airier biscuit. And it takes 4 tablespoons of grated butter. This is 1 whole stick because I'm gonna make a double batch, but I'm making just a single batch in this bowl right now. And it takes 1 cup of sweet potatoes, and this is 2 cups for my double batch that I'm gonna do 2 batches. And a cup of 3/4 cup of buttermilk, or I've got sweet milk with 3 tablespoons of lemon juice to kind of get it curdled to be a buttermilk. And then we'll mix this together. So I'm just going to take half of this butter that I grated and I put it in the freezer. And the reason why I put it in the freezer after I grated it is because it softens up quite a bit whenever you're grating it, and you want it to get it good and cold to mix into your flour. So I'm just kind of eye measure since it's grated like this, and you kind of make sure you get a good amount. I'm going to put it back in the freezer. Oops, I'm sorry, I got my fingers in the way. Got them out of the way there. I had to put the butter back in the freezer that was still left for the second batch so it wouldn't get soft again. It would stay good and cold for the next batter that I make. I'm going to take one of my clumps of already pre-measured sweet potatoes, cooked sweet potatoes, in here. Oh, well, let me back up real quick. I have to mix my butter into my flour, y'all. Getting ahead of myself, aren't I? Just kind of quickly, by hand, mix it into your flour. That grated cold butter. Alright. Now then I come over here and I'll get my pre-measured sweet potato. That's 1 cup. Cooked, mashed, cooled sweet potato. It needs to be good and cold. Now I'm going to use my hands for right now until I need to use both, and I'll get it mixed up. Just to show you, you want to mix in, kind of clump it up, get it all broke up into this cold flour, cold milk. Alright. Our hands have always been told to me that they're your best tools sometimes. But I'll get my spatula here, and I'm going to mix this up a little bit better. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. I actually just end up using my fork and crumbling it up like the cornmeal, like I would with my butter, and I use my hands at the very end to get it all distributed really well in there with the flour with a good crumbly consistency, like you do when you work your butter into your flour. And so now it's time to mix in the milk. See how it's already clabbered with the lemon juice in there? It's already ready to go. So I always mix my milk and lemon juice up ahead of time if I use it that way. And I'll have to mix this up with my spatula. And I'll get it mixed up a little bit with the one hand. But when I need 2 hands to hold the bowl, then I'll pause y'all and we'll come right back. But I'll see what I can do with the one hand. The little mat here is kind of holding the bowl in place, so it's making it a little easier for me. I'm trying to get the phone where you can see I'm moving the phone around too much, and I'm sorry that. Alright, let me come right back and get this fully mixed up for you. Alrighty, I had to use both hands there for a minute with my spatula real good. I got it all mixed together real well. And now I'm going to put it onto this floured board here, and we're going to get it rolled out and folded, and I will show you what we do then. Alrighty, got it all pulled out from my bowl on top of the flour, and take a little bit of flour and sprinkle it on top of the batter here. And we're going to work this into a ball. Gotta get my hands all floured so they won't stick together under to the batter. We're going to work this into a ball Knead it just a little bit where it's not going to be sticky. All right. Now, I'm going to get my rolling pin and roll this out, and I'll show you what we do after that. I'm back. I had preheated my cast iron skillet. I had put some lard on it and preheated it in the oven while the oven was preheating, just for a minute or two, just to get it good and warmed up, because you don't want to put your cold biscuits that you cut onto a cold pan. You want it to already be warmed up. So we'll go back here, flour my biscuit cutter, and let's see how many biscuits we can get out of this batch. Oop. All right, get another one cut here. Yep. Uh-oh, that one stuck a little bit on me. Well, things happen, don't they? We'll get this a little bit floured on there so it won't stick to the pan. Alrighty. Go here and cut a couple more. A bit more. I didn't flour the bottom enough, did I? It's easily fixed. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Easily fixed. Alrighty. Come back and get this one. That one stuck too. Not yourself, Renee, but just a little more flour on the bottom. Well, you can fix it. It will be okay. Put that one in the center. Now what I'm going to do is I don't flour anything until I get all the edges pushed together, because you want the sticky edges to be able to stick together, to be able to fold it and get it all back together in a ball. Alright, I'm going to turn this over because obviously it was sticking on the bottom, so we need to get a little more flour to that surface. Get a little sticky crumblies out of my way. We'll start fresh on there. Come back here. I'm doing this one-handed is not the easiest thing. I guess I could have used my stand, but I'll just grab my phone real quick and show y'all what I was doing today. I'll fold it over to get that flaky layers in there. Alrighty. Now I'm going to get my rolling pin and roll this back out. We'll come back and in it. Alright, got that rolled out, and we'll do a couple more biscuit cuts. Get them over here onto the pan. And this would probably make one little what I call scrap biscuit. Just all rolled together. You can rearrange those on the pan and get that probably put in there. Let me get that worked on. Now, there's not enough room really in the pan. If I try to move them, it's going to mess them up because they're all nice and pretty and soft. So we'll do a little separate pan with these for little scrap biscuits after the fact. But right now what I'm going to do is get me the butter. Lather on top a little bit before and after they're baked. Make them nice and golden brown. But don't worry, I don't let any of my biscuit dough go to waste. It does get baked up and used. But we're going to just leave it like this for right now. I'm going to go in the oven and we're going to bake it at 450 from 12 to 16 minutes until golden brown. And we'll be back to see it in a little bit. The second batch is out of the oven. I'm going to put some butter over it. I mean, why not, right? Everything, the butter makes everything a little bit better. Then we're going to slice a couple of these open. And as we say, gild the lily in the South. I don't know if y'all have ever heard that. Put a little extra goodness on it. Mercy. Let's get this out of the way here. Got a bit of a mess down there. So get it out of the way. Now, what we're going to do is take these off of here and cut one of them open, all right? Look at there. Got one of them sweet babies opened up, and I got sorghum molasses on one side. And I got my freshly made plum honey butter that I made the other day. And y'all, I tell you, this is pretty darn amazing. I made 2 batches, so I've got these and I can put up, and I can have biscuits already made for my breakfast or a snack throughout my day. And I'm going to go right now with me a cup of coffee, and I'm going to enjoy that little baby right there. And I probably, most likely, I can guarantee I'm going to have me 2 of them babies. Lordy, lordy. Garden fresh sweet potatoes, biscuits. Y'all try it out and enjoy them, okay? Talk to y'all later.